Look at his professional stuff.
I know.
I learned it from
welcome.
watching somebody else.
Yeah. So, hello and welcome, players, Twitch streamers, hangers-on, and people who'll be watching this on YouTube later. I'm Oz. This is Runner Hub. This is from Reddit. It is a Shadowrun subreddit, and we do subreddit-y things. So, tonight's run is the number 6 special. And the runners I have before me have received confirmation from their Johnson, or from their fixer, that the Johnson wants to meet them at 6 p.m. at the Eye of the Needle, which is atop the Seattle Space Needle downtown. It is definitely a ritzy area, so we'll start from left to right.
Man, they got the wrong group of people.
I know. All right, so starting from left to right, that would be Kasa. How you getting there? Where are you coming from?
Give me just 1 second. I want to find out the exact name of my my book that I'm... Not my book, I'm sorry. My armor that I'm wearing to look like a person. Because I'm definitely not wearing the armored jacket there, and I know I have something else. A Rapid Transit Elite. What the hell is this?
Jumpsuit.
Alright, so if you would like, sir, given as this is in a very fancy area, could I roll my fixer's
Yes,
dice
go
to
ahead.
see how competent he is? Because he's intentionally not competent. So on 2 hits, I usually use him to get a taxi ride there, and if he thinks the rapid transit is enough of a fancy-ish thing to wear that or not.
As I recall, the Rapid Transit Elite is pretty high fashion.
It does have a social limit increase on it.
Right. It's not bespoke, but it is top tier. So we will say that yes, the Rapid Transit is going to be more than enough.
Okay. Then I will take a cab ride there. Really unsure as to how much earlier he would arrange for me to get there, but she does not know much of anything of the specifics of timing.
All right. That will probably be 15 minutes early just to make sure you get there on time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on. Sister. How you getting there? Where you coming from?
I'm coming there on my Harley Scorpion. I'm coming out of Redmond because I have, as per my post, just got finished with a pit fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I am wearing my armored jacket, and I am heading on over.
All right. What rating center are you broadcasting?
I believe I am broadcasting a rating 4. Let me make sure.
Okay.
No, I'm broadcasting rating 4.
Rating 4. Fantastic.
With
Then
Neonet.
I will dispense with the typical checkpoint shenanigans, even though you are coming straight out of Redmond. However, once you get into downtown, you notice that you are going to be getting a lot of increased attention because you just got out of a pit fight and you're wearing an armor jacket, so it may not be the most
Nope, not subtle in the
inconspicuous.
least.
Not subtle in the least, which is fine. Ram, where are you coming from? How are you getting there?
Ram is coming from his home in Capitol Hill, and to say the least, Ram is very much not the ritzy type, but he knows better to walk around with his armor jacket on downtown, so he'll tuck that away somewhere in his car and just be wearing a plain black hoodie and jeans, and he'll be driving the Chevrolet Longboard, which is the all-classic American station wagon.
Okay.
And he'll be aiming to get there about 5 minutes early.
5 minutes early. Fantastic. RC, you're up. Where are you coming from? How are you getting there?
Coming from Touristville, I'm going to splurge and get a cab. Wearing my Ace of Clubs.
Ace of Clubs. All right. And what rating center are you sporting right now?
I guess you'd call it a 6.
You guess?
Well, it's the national one, so...
Okay. That is fine.
They call that a real one.
Yes.
There's a distinct difference.
There is. That is more than enough then. We will go ahead and continue on. And Halberd, last but not least, although maybe the shortest. Where are you
Thanks.
coming from? How are you getting there?
I'm coming from Columbia downtown, and I'll be traveling where my Action Your Business close, and I'll be traveling on my Mirage, broadcasting a rating force in.
Okay. Fantastic. Everybody is going to get there at the times that either I have laid out for you or you have requested, or barring that, on time. Eye of the Needle, as I have stated, is at the top of the Seattle Space Needle. It is one of the ritzier restaurants. It is perhaps not as exclusive as some of the mega corporate crap that one is dealing with, but their banquet rooms in the back are really second to none. And it is into one of these rooms that you are all ushered as soon as you arrive. You do note that you are not even asked how many is in your party. If you're waiting for somebody, they just see you guys roll up and they just immediately bring you to the back room. Probably because you all look like Shadowrunners. So once you get into the back, there is...
I imagine they hustle me back.
I think so. They may have even put up like a mobile privacy screen as you walk by. As to not
That's
disturb
an
the other
important
diners.
person.
Here's the house coat. Please use it.
Suit and tie only. So as everybody's ushered into the back, this is this is probably a room large enough for about a dozen people. The walls are thick. There is one window that's looking out over the Seattle skyline as the sun is going down. And waiting there at the head of the table, with back to the window, is a human-looking woman, rather attractive, bespoke suit, well-manicured, blonde hair, Caucasian, blue eyes, and she is naturally still as everybody walks in, with one of those smiles on her face that doesn't quite reach her eyes.
Sister grabs a chair, spins it around, and pulls off the house coat, kind of like drops it on the floor. Gives her a nod. Nice place you picked for us, boss.
Yes, well, I thought that everybody would enjoy a quick change in scenery before I get to what I have for you today. She responds.
The thought process I had for this is that this is a big empty room, or are there actually furniture and stuff in here?
There is furniture and stuff in there. There is table with seating for 12, and
Okay.
there are, large, comfortable chairs. If Kasa wants, I suppose that they can have somebody set out some large pillows filled with cedar chips, so she's more comfortable.
I would appreciate that, but I feel like that might give things away. Instead, I will just rake my fingers down the table and just,
Alright.
But no, she will grab one of the chairs off to the side, preferably on the side that the door is on, so that she can maintain view of it, and just kind of sit there quietly while people better suited for talking are talking.
Okay. Fortunately, I don't believe I have any of those.
RC will find
No.
a spot somewhere against a wall,
Okay.
comfortably in a chair.
Can Ram roll etiquette to see how far he can sit away without it being too rude?
Absolutely.
Sister's sitting at her right, so she's fine sitting close. She ain't going down.
With 0 successes, you are reasonably confident that if you sit anywhere but to the direct right or left of the Johnson, you are going to make a social faux pas.
Right, Ram will get as close as he can and sit down, but not make eye contact.
Okay.
Howard sort of walks in, he says good evening, and then glances to the window and sees this massive cityscape. He's very taken aback, but then notices Kasa and Ram and gives a nod to the both of them and just grabs the first seat.
Right. Well, As everybody is inside, the maitre d' will close the doors behind them, leaving you all alone. If I can get hearing perception checks from everybody, or visual ones, if you so desire, if you'd like to see things.
I don't really like seeing things.
I don't want to see my end when it comes.
What is my mental limit on her? Huh. Wait, no. Huh. Surprisingly high.
Full of hidden surprises.
She is. I believe her mental limit's higher than Monday's.
My goodness. Well, 3 seem to have it.
Sorry, that's vision.
That's fine. So for those who are going with audio perception, there's a subtle buzz at a frequency that seems like right on the lower end of what metahumanity can hear. Probably a white noise generator. Clicked on this as the moment the door closed. And those with visual, you are able to glance around the room, and you do see what looks like 2 smoke detectors next to one another. One is very obviously a smoke detector. One looks a little bit smaller. It's got a green light rather than a red, and the noise seems to be emanating from that. Yes, it is loud and annoying to Kasa. So once everybody is seated, the Johnson reaches under the table and takes a briefcase, puts it on the table, clicks it open, turns it around, and opens it up so everybody can see it inside. And inside looks to be a tag eraser, as well as 5 cred sticks. And each cred stick looks to be ivory, well, plastic, but that off-white that suggests ivory. And the Johnson says, I've taken the liberty of ordering dinner. I know that people in your line of work tend to frown on this sort of thing, but I thought we could discuss this over a nice meal. You will also find here the payment for the time I am asking for you. And she will push that briefcase towards the center of the table, closest to, actually that would be Ram, since he sat nice and close. And the cred sticks are to do with what you will.
Ram's going to pick up one of the cred sticks and check how much is on it.
On it is 1,000 nuyen.
Sister grabs hers. What is enough to get my attention?
However, we'll grab his, or one of them.
Just kind of pick one up, put it straight into my pocket. Not paying it much mind.
RC will motion for someone to roll one to him.
Sister will fling it to him.
I will try to catch.
Think fast.
Why don't you sit up close like a normal person?
All right. I'll find a spot closer and still back against the wall.
Go ahead, Miss J. What you got? You need us to bust somebody up?
Yes, that is exactly what I need.
That's my kind of job.
She coughs politely into a napkin and then folds her hands in her lap and continues. She says that a few months ago, we had a Shadowrunner team, 2 Shadowrunner teams, that were sent to investigate first a research facility. The second was sent to follow up with the first team, who regretfully was killed in the line of duty. And they were able to bring back the information that the first team was able to gather on this facility. However, we have tried to send additional assets in, and so far all of them have gone off of the grid. So we can only assume that whomever is inside this facility either has our people captive or dead. So I am going to spend 20,000 nuyen per head in order to have you go in and clear the facility out.
Say that again. How much was we getting paid?
20,000 each.
All right.
Is this on top of this? And he'll wave the credit stick.
Yes.
Right. That's some good pay. Clearing this
Easy.
place out. So you want us to kill everybody in there is what you're telling us? Or you just want us to run them out?
Kill or capture.
Kill or capture. Direct. Got a whole lot of options. Alright. Where's this place at? I'm in. She drums the knuckles on the table.
Where
Give
is
me a
this
second.
place we're going?
I gotta catch a bug here. I'll be right back.
Sure.
He's got to catch a bug.
Yes.
Ah,
Because unlike my cat, his apparently is a sissy.
my cat enjoys the thought of bugs. When he sees one that's like on the wall, he's like, meow, and just kind of like freaks out, going on a.
Did I tell you that Calamity caught and ate a fly?
I think you did tell me that one day.
I
And you
was
were.
so proud. She chased it all over the house and then just like caught it on a window and just slapped it until it was down and ate it. Like, my girl.
I am a vicious predator.
She truly is. There's butterflies outside the window today and she was flipping the hell out. It's great.
Sorry about that. Miss Oz says there's a bug I need to catch. There's a bug I need to catch.
We all
All right.
have our duties.
We do. Let me pull up my map here so I can remember where the heck this thing was. So I believe it was in Everett, but I want to make sure. I was correct. It is in Everett. It is outside of Pinehurst in a C-rated security area.
Can I roll my protection racket knowledge to see if any gangs like have the beat round there?
Yes, you may.
My mental limit is 5, I think.
All right.
5.
Okay, so for protection rackets, excellent roll, by the way. There's been some talk of some low-level split from the Nova Rich operating out of that area, which would have been the stellar middle class. Cheap drug runners, yeah, a little bit of protection, but they're mostly on the waterfront. They don't move into Pinehurst very often. This is very quiet. Knight Errant, of course, has the contract for that area, but since there's so little going on over there, mostly like A-rated corporations or even like unrated corporations, mom and pop LGDs operating out of that area, doing mostly financial work. There really isn't any traction for a gang to gain out there.
Nice.
Any other questions I might have missed?
Oh, don't think I have any relevant skills. I'll check. So, I mean, as far as Sister's concerned, she's got the location, she's got the job, she's good to go. It all depends upon the other people.
Okay.
RC will drum his fingers lightly on the table and ask about the previous team. Do you want them back?
Right, it probably did.
Deniable assets, of course, are the name of the game. If they have been killed or if they've been captured and they're still alive, then they can be released. But I don't believe they are. That's why they're deniable. I don't really expect you to bring anybody out of this facility that isn't supposed to be there. And if they are supposed to be there, well, you're probably going to get rid of them anyway. So what does it matter?
So that's my
He
thinking, girl.
He nods gently and says, "I'm in."
Okay.
Howard agrees and nods. He's like, yeah, sure, I'm in.
Ram will rub his head a little, take a deep breath and say, "It's a lot of you in. I'm in."
Okay. All right. So with everybody in, Johnson nods once, reaches back under the table, pulls out another briefcase, and flips the latches on that, turns it around. This one's much smaller than the other one. And slides that towards the center of the table. Inside are 5 Neonet branded Metalinks. She says these are already linked to each other. They only have 2 numbers on them. One is the general call-in number for each of the 5 links. The other is directly to me. They also have all of the information on the facility from the previous teams.
Yeah, well, that's pretty flash. I'll pick one of them up.
Okay. And as everybody is doing so, the doors are opening, and there is a tray being wheeled in that's got a bunch of tasty smelling food on it. This would be luxury lifestyle class food, so, and there's plenty of it. And for anybody who wants to check for tags, hey, there's a tag eraser right there.
Not worried about it.
Run that plate straight through.
Ram will take the implication of being a tag eraser as to there's nothing to worry about.
It would be rude not to use it, right? That's
It's a double bluff.
no.
Howard is going to suspiciously, semi-suspiciously, just give it a wee swipe to make sure it's clean.
The facility that we get, sister's going to be looking at the file because they can play with their food all they want. She's wanting to get 20,000 million and be done. What kind of facility is this place? Is it like an apartment building?
So the file on the comlink shows general information for a corporate facility. It would be considered unrated. The facility did software development, and this would have been not quite like office tools level, but above mobile games. So it looks like they do general business stuff that's marketed to other unrated corporations, because all the software development is done in-house at the Megas.
So these are the people that made Clippy.
Yes, these are the people that made Clippy.
So then they deserve to die, so it's okay.
Right. Name of the company is called Initech Solutions. Type that out for you. You can add that to the board as case may be. Other information shows that it is a 3-story corporate building that is in the Pinehurst area. Typical looking corporate building. It's got security desk in the front, so it's got at least a cadre of guards, probably 6 guards is what the information says. No fence around the facility, just regular landscaping features, mostly grass, things like that. Parking lot could hold around 60 vehicles. The photos, which are time-stamped 3 months ago, actually at this point 5 months ago, because this was in December, show that even in the wintertime, this is during the dead of night, the parking lot was almost full. The vehicles are a mix of what corporate salarymen would drive, so Ford Americars, Honda Spirits, a couple of Jackrabbits. Nicest cars tend to be Bentley Concordats, although there is at least one Westwind 2000. There is some old data on the comlink regarding old building files. While it is a 3-story building, there is at least one sublevel, probably 2. And it notes that the sublevels are where all the interesting goodies are.
Does the comlink tell us anything about the on-site security?
It does. On-site security works directly for Initech Solutions. It does not have personnel files for who those guards are, although the 6 guards are likely equipped with non-lethal rounds for their pistols, and they are probably carrying tasers and stun batons and pepper punch spray. Because they are an unrated corporation, they have to follow UCAS regulations, and that means they do not have extraterritoriality, which means they cannot shoot to kill.
Okay.
And they're probably sporting gel rounds in their pistols. Any other questions?
Ram will ask the Johnson directly. Is there some sort of time limit?
I would prefer this to be done sooner rather than later. I have word that the facility is unveiling something big within the next 7 calendar days. If this could be cleared well before that, that would be optimal.
Sounds good to me.
Sure, we could do that. It's not a problem. All right, well, y'all got all your questions done? Because I'm ready to get some direct tape started if you're ready. Need to go get some stuff.
Ram will point at the food and say, do you mind if I eat first?
You know, you won't. I'm ready to go. She stands up and grabs that loaner coat.
House jacket. Yep.
House jacket, yeah. Head towards the door.
Okie dokie.
You said this was luxury lifestyle. Is this like the kind of plate where there's 3 little berries, a drizzle of something, and a piece of garnish, or?
There are a few plates like that, although the made plates tend to be actual platters. Like you would see a rack of lamb come in on a platter, and it's expected that you're going to cut off a hunk and serve yourselves.
Mm.
Whole birds on a platter, things like that.
Man, all right. You have to tempt me in such a fashion.
I do.
Halberd is definitely chowing down on the meat.
All
It's
right.
real meat, so he's eating.
It is. It is delicious.
I head to toss the coat to the coat check. Like, give him a real coat.
I'm gonna grab one of the birds on the way out and just kind of bring it with.
The waitstaff doesn't blink an eye, although there is one person walking with you as you walk out with the bird, kind of providing visual blocking.
She doesn't notice that.
And as Sister throws the house coat to get her armor jacket back, it smacks the coat check in the face. And there is some muffled talk, probably something simpering like, "Thank you for being a patron here." And Sister
Your
gets
place
her
was the
armor back.
bomb, seriously. And she pulls it on.
RC will stand up quietly and nod to the Johnson and leave.
Alrighty.
Ram will grab the Neolink, the Neonet comlink, and take a plate of something. Like, he'll have a bit of everything, put it on a plate, and just leave with the plate.
Okay.
Before he gets out the door, RC will remember he forgot the phone and come back for it.
All right. So as people leave and then come back in, by the time you come back in, you notice the Johnson is gone, but the food is still there.
As long as the
Halberd-
phone's there.
Yep, it is.
Once Halberd notices everyone's leaving, he sort of puts the Metalink in his pocket, and he just takes the rack of lamb he has and just walks out eating it. He's like, it's nice food, and just starts chowing down on it as he leaves.
All right. All right. So you have a company name, you have what they do, you have the security, and you have a time limit. And of course, you have a total. So for 20,000 nuyen each, for 100 grand, how are you going to clear out this facility?
Well, first of all, Ram's interested in what the Initech solutions are releasing. So he's going to do a limited matrix search on it, and he's going to roll for his agent to assist first.
I'm assuming there's a DNI been set up.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a lot of extra dice.
Yo, any of y'all know how to work on like HVAC, Drek?
A little.
HVAC?
Yeah.
Heating, venting, and air conditioning.
Yeah, I'm better with the venting.
I'm small enough to fit in a vent.
I ain't asked you that, did I? Ask you, can anybody work on it?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm thinking we get us some Kami, we get us some Dread, we pump that Drek in there, they'll clear themselves out.
Halberd looks mildly shocked at that, and then sort of just plays it off like, okay, sure, why not?
I think that's a good backup plan.
Well, you got a better startup plan then?
Well, I like the idea of pumping full of something to knock him out. I'm not so sure I like Kami as a first choice.
I can't help
Kami's
you,
expensive.
pussy. You want to just knock them out and go slap them on the face? We're supposed to clear these fraggers out. Why don't you just let them clear themselves out?
I prefer the escalation of violence to be geometric, not exponential.
Whatever. Easy enough to do it that way. But let's
True.
go hear your peaceful plan, how to handle this.
I was going to borrow yours.
So are we traveling somewhere, or are we kind of standing outside Kasa with
I don't know
a...
what you guys are doing because she's already been driving. She's heading out there to go take a look.
All right.
Ram's sitting in his car doing this matrix search.
Matrix Search Limited for Initech Solutions shows a lot of the same data that was already on the Metalink. It was incorporated in 2068, so it's been around for about 10 years. They have had various releases of Office Assistants, Clippy, Staplery, bindery, things like that, all meant to help with accounting or clerical functions. None of it's been an incredibly good seller, like it hasn't reached the broader global market, but for unrated or even A-rated corporations, they've managed to make enough money to stay solvent for the past 10 years. What else would you like to know?
Did I find anything about the upcoming release that the Johnson mentioned?
With the number of successes that you've got, what is your mental limit?
8.
8. Okay. Yeah. With the with what the Johnson mentioned, there have been some discussions not on the Initech's direct Matrix site, but on some message boards that you've managed to data mine, talking about a large release outside of their normal range of software. They're branching out into a new area. It may have something to do with SimSense, because there is a lot of talk about sense tracks and the like. Some rumors about a new CTO that came in that's really shaking up the company, and they've all been 100% behind this new project.
All right. Ram will share that information with anyone else, although he doubts they really care. This was just more of a personal interest thing.
Sort of a general knowledge thing. Does Horizon work with SimSense?
They do.
I would like to see what Citizen knows then, because he likes Horizon, doesn't he? The Runner Hub one.
I suppose he does. So you want to know what Citizen knows about Simpsons?
I want to see if he knows anything about Horizon, maybe being over interested in this software development company.
All right, go ahead and let me see if he's got any special rules for that. I'm not sure that he does.
I'm not unsure myself.
Where's my stable? There it is.
Movers and shakers, maybe? It's limited to the entertainment industry, though, so it's up to you whether I can use that.
Yeah, you can.
So I'll try that movers and shakers with Citizen then.
All right. Go ahead and roll
4 successes.
Okay. 4 successes. Okay. So, you'll note that this is strictly in the entertainment area, but there was a mid-level manager from Amalgamated Technologies, which I believe Amalgamated.
That's the media company.
Yeah,
Horizon spawned from.
right. It does still exist kind of as a shell. But there was a mid-level manager there who recently jumped ship and went to some unrated corporation. They don't even remember the name, but there was some talk about how he got some work done. And he was really just a different person after he left. Like the change in corporate styles just really affected him, and he's got a lot of energy and bringing a lot of new ideas to this new division somewhere in Seattle, somewhere out of Everett. You do get a name, however, and that name is, where did my notes go? Vincent Tidwell.
Vincent Tidwell.
Yes.
I forward that name on to Ram and I say, hey, could you do a matrix search for him? Like, try and find out what you know. I sort of bring it up to the group as well. I was like, kind of know a guy who mentioned someone in like one of Horizon's or sub companies kind of jumped ships and to some company in Everett. This could be the same guy. This could be the new CTO, sorry, that they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what a CTO is, so I'll take your word for it.
Oh, that's one of those restaurants where you type it into a screen and somebody in the back makes it for you.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
I like those ones where they come out to the table and fix it.
Yeah. All right. What you got next? Sister, you said that you were going out there to get eyes on it, correct?
Yes, take a good look around.
All right, go ahead and give me that visual perception check. If you're doing a examine in detail, go ahead and add +2.
All right. Wow, that's pretty lame.
That kind of is. Goodness.
It's all right.
It happens. All right, so with 2 hits, you look around, and the place itself is very much like you saw on the Metalink files. It is a stereotypical corporate building, glass fronts, 3 stories tall, done in that early 2000s style, just before, just after the Saratech decision. There's some lawn. The ground features don't look like they're for security at all. There's still a bunch of cars in the parking lot.
All right, quick question about these cars. Looking at them in the parking lot, are they in the same position they were in the pictures? Like the same cars, like same position? Yeah, I know they might have assigned parking, but I'm kind of curious, like what the ground is around them, like if it's faded out a little bit.
Give me another perception check, and I'll describe that, and then your sensing roll.
All right.
Ooh, that's much better. 4 hits. All right. So with 4 hits, the things that immediately strike you is that the vehicles, by and large, are in the exact same places as they were in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these vehicles also have areas where the paint's starting to be eaten away by like acid rain.
Mm-hmm.
There are some others that have flat tires in the parking lot.
Yep.
And there are some new vehicles there.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the same corporate style, but there seems to be they're starting to fall under that same kind of stasis decay that you're seeing with the legacy vehicles there. On top of that, when you go to the astral, you open up your third eye, you take a look. First thing you notice, there's a ward there around the building.
Mm-hmm.
Background count is currently at a 1, because that's the general background count for Seattle. And it is aspected towards soul-crushing monotony, because it's a corporate area of Seattle.
Right. So I'll DNI to the group. I think there's some direct going on in this place. These cars, they've been abandoned. They've been like this for a while. So I don't think that we're going to have a problem with them calling the cops. But I think there might be some other problems going on in here. So.
You said the cars have been abandoned?
Well, Drake, they've been sitting in the same spot. Look at this one right here. I like to show my comm link to it. Fragger's got a flat tire. He ain't been sitting here for a month. Look at the paint peeling off of it.
Yeah, it's one of those Honda Spirit 3-wheelers, and that front wheel is just completely flattened down, and the thing's starting to list to starboard.
Yeah, if he was working here, he would have that paint touched up. Even this one might flatten his wrecking tire.
I want to go rescue those cars now. That's just criminal what they're doing to them.
Whatever gets you plank wooded, I don't care, but we're going to get this money first. So I'm going to walk up to the building.
Alrighty.
I need to get to Big Bob's, see if he's got a ride I can borrow.
A ride you can borrow.
Or buy.
No, sir, but Big Bob does have the 5-mile guarantee.
I'm thinking of something a little more durable. What do you got in new?
He has got some genuine high-caliber automobiles. Nothing new, of course, but Big Bob's used automotives does have a large line of American-built vehicles, from subcompacts to compacts to luxury cars, even to full-size transport vans. You just name what you want, and he can get it to you.
Thinking something in a large van, maybe a side panel van.
A side panel van. Well, it so happens that he has a GMC Bulldog step van for sale. And let me bring up that step van. Where'd it go?
Does it have a little bit of water damage?
As a matter of fact, it does. It has recently been cleaned out. There is some peeling paint that says something about some sort of nonprofit organization in Redmond. However, the carpet has been pulled out. Everything has been stripped away. It's a little waterlogged, but for 17,500 New Yen, it is yours.
Is it rigor adapted?
As a matter of fact, it is rigor adapted.
Throw in a couple of Pine air fresheners, you got a deal.
Well, I do say you do drive a hard bargain. However, I do not have pine scent. I do have new car smell.
What about black ice?
Let me see here. I think we can do that.
Wonderful. You,
So for
sir, are a gentleman.
All right. So for 17,500, you get a Bulldog step van, -1 to all vehicle stats, -2 armor, -2 body, no grid guide, but it is rigor adapted. Just came off the market.
Bulldog step van or the GMC step van?
The GMC Bulldog is a step van. It is one and the same, sir.
I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, thank you very much.
Uh-huh. Which one were you looking at?
I was looking at the Endurance. But I'll take the Bulldog.
Okay.
Yeah, Ram's going to drive over to the location.
Okie dokie. As you are driving up, everybody's eating in the car. That's awesome. Mixed with the smell of vomit, that's even better. Sister, you said that you were walking up to the building.
Yep.
Right. So, first thing you notice when you walk up towards the front doors is that they're clear glass. You can see right in, and there are 2 uniformed security guards who look chipper and bright, like they just came on shift. They're smiling wide. And even at 7 o'clock at night, when nobody's supposed to be here, they're glancing through the doors at you and giving you a welcoming smile.
I give him a tilted head. They open the knock on the window on the glass door.
You see one of them lean forward at his desk, and you see his mouth disappear, but you do hear his voice come over the intercom. Good evening, welcome to Initech Solutions. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I was wondering when y'all open up.
Well, our business hours are from 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. If you can come back then, we can be certain to... Oh, wait, do you have an appointment by chance?
No, not for tonight, but I need to try to find somebody that could help me out with this typey thing y'all sell. So I figure I'll come back by tomorrow.
Very well. If I could have a name, I will go ahead and alert our help desk staff, so they will be ready to assist you as soon as you come by tomorrow.
Sure, my name's Jennifer Keaton.
All right, Miss Keaton. And what is the name on the SIN that you're broadcasting?
Not broadcasting one.
You're not? Okay. I'm glad I asked.
I'm glad you did too.
So,
Because give it a fake name, it'd be terrible to walk up broadcasting your real one or your fake one.
The voice you hear him like he's writing something down. Says what was the name again?
Jennifer Keaton.
Jennifer Keaton. All right, Miss Keaton. There we go. And what time will you be back tomorrow?
Y'all open 9 to 5, right? I'll probably be here around 2. Something like that be good?
2 in the afternoon. All right. Well, it looks like our help desk staff will be coming right back after lunch, so we will let them know. And we will see you tomorrow.
No direct. Thanks, Chummer. Walk off.
All right.
All right. So she's like, yeah, she's going to T&I to the group once she gets away. These fraggers are awful damn happy to be working this late at night. Well, they ain't all that late, but they're a little bit too cheerful to be bored. And she's going to say, I'll be back in a minute. She reboots her comm and then joins the pan again.
Alrighty.
Then it sounds like I need to set up.
Oh, there's a ward
Around-the-clock
around the
security.
building. I don't know if any of y'all are magic or not.
We'll figure out a strength of it when we get there, I guess. Unless Skype just died.
Front gate. Nope.
Yeah, Skype just died. Sorry. All right, repeat.
What kind of armor
After-
did he have?
You kind of noticed he was wearing probably like armor clothing uniform, although he's probably got an armor jacket hanging off the back of his chair.
All right.
So I believe Ram was going to do some matrixy things at the building.
Yep. Just waiting for the go-ahead to start that.
All right, so sister, are you sticking around for the rest of the team, or are you heading off to greener pastures?
I'm going to head down the block so it's not suspicious I'm still there, but, you know,
Okay.
I walk up, go get my bite.
You will find an Applebee's there, or whatever the 6-year-old version of Applebee's would be. I guess it would be
Pineapplebee's.
yeah, Pineapplebee's. That's perfect. Although for some reason the on the neon of the sign, the pine has faded out, leaving just Applebee's and a possible lawsuit.
Yeah.
But hey,
All
they're
right.
open 24 hours.
Yes, I'll go in there and get some Hawaiian food.
All right. So that shouldn't be an issue as everybody else rolls up towards the Initech building. And what y'all doing?
I'm going to get out my binoculars and look at the locks on the building.
Okay.
Try and do that not suspiciously, as hard as that is.
All right. So you are kind of like peering over the edge of the door with your binoculars, and if you can get me a examine in detail perception roll, which is your visual perception +2, and I'll go ahead and get that sorted out.
2
I
successes.
will try to find a parking lot nearby, but not in Initech's parking lot.
Okay. You do see Sister's DNI icon at a Pineapplebee's, which is about a block away.
All right, I'll pull into the same lot.
Okay.
Roll down the window and let go of the one fly spy I brought with me.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Sensing the ward. Okay, you have 2 successes. What do you want to know about the ward?
There's a handy-dandy table that tells me exactly what I know about the ward.
Well,
Oh.
tell us what you know about the ward then. For God's
Yes.
sake, we're waiting. We're impatient. Do this. Where's it at, Rob?
I know.
Come on.
Oh, I'm opening the book. I'm sorry. I panicked under pressure.
At least you didn't set yourself on fire. It's good.
Not yet. I mean, the night is
Not
young.
yet.
So I would know. Yep, it's definitely a ward. That's basically it. I know the class of magical subject. If I've seen their aura before, if I recognize that, you actually don't get the essence or magic of higher or lower until you get 3 hits.
Damn.
Okay, so yes, you can definitely see that it is a ward, and it is hermetic in nature.
Okay. I'll let Matrix stuff happen while I,
All right.
rather than interject.
Matrix perception, 5 successes. All right, what would you like to know?
Ram is looking for, all the icons area, looking for a host specifically for Initech.
All right, Initech does indeed have a host. It is visibly there. It is in the cloud, as these hosts apparently are.
He's looking for silent or devices running silent.
With 5 successes, you do note that there are devices running silent, and those devices seem to be spaced in the landscape and parking lot ringing the building.
Okay. If I want to know what those devices are, I have to roll a separate matrix perception on them, don't I?
No. I can use the successes that you already have.
Alright, yeah, I'll use them for telling me what some of those devices are that are running silent.
All right. They look to be sensors / cameras. There's kind of a mix.
Ram will say over DNI then that the parking lot and whatnot seems to be filled with cameras. And he's going to roll another matrix perception on the host specifically.
Okay. Halbert, with your 2 successes on your visual perception check, looking through the binoculars, you see pretty much the same things that Sister did. There is very clearly a key card reader and an intercom on the front door. So it looks like it's mag-locked on the front.
Nice.
All right, so there is a fly spy towards the roof of the building. So far, so good. You don't seem to be having any issues. RC, if you could give me an edge check.
Certainly.
Okay, that is indeed a lucky spy. Now go ahead and give me a intuition plus electronic warfare check.
Make me look up my warfare skill.
I know. All right, so with 1 success, you start, as you're flying that fly spy up, you're starting to get waves of interference, and you're able to tune your transmitter to filter that out. And you do see the dark shape of a bat as it flies by, evidently thinking that your fly spy is made of metal and not made of meat, so it is no longer interesting.
Okay. About how far across to the roof do I get before the bat shows up?
So the bat shows up about the time you cross the property line.
I'll keep that as a mental note, but keep sending the fly spy towards the roof.
Okay. Rolling back up here, we've got a matrix perception on the host. 5 successes. All right. What are your questions?
The host rating.
Host rating 5.
And it's array.
It's array. All right.
No, it's the host.
Firewall 8. Data processing 7. Sleaze 6. Attack 5.
Oh, that looks like it's not fun.
Yeah, we know anything about the team that went in there?
I start looking for info on the phone.
All right. So the phone shows that there was one team member in particular, a Decker, that seemed to stay on the actual outside gathering information. Had kind of the profile of being a van decker, except instead of a van, she decked from her apartment.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the team, there was another 3 people. It looked like there were 2 B&E experts specialized in being quick and quiet, and they had 1 caster. Looks like it was a cat shaman.
Indeed.
Damn dirty cats, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Never can't trust them.
What else we got?
People are going to take a second. I'm going to summon a Force Spirit. But what I do wanna. Ugh.
Ouch.
You try to summon a spirit of beasts only for it to punch you in the face.
I'm sorry, did you say a spirit of beats?
Yes,
Yes.
they are.
Yes.
It is a rapper.
He looks like Stalin.
Kasa just suffered 4 drain worth of dubstep.
Damn.
You gotta watch that crossover.
That's right.
There we go.
I wouldn't count yourself fortunate. He can still nail you.
I was confident in.
I was rolling 12d6 and he was rolling 4 and he kept blocking me on one run.
What a dick.
I know. It's embarrassing. It was a solo run.
Oh my god.
I know.
What was that roll?
Well, it's right there.
Spirit of Beasts.
Alright, so the Fly Spy does a sensor scan for what's on the roof, sees the HVAC unit up there, sees a couple of poles with probably what are cameras on them. Nothing really much up there. Looks like there is a hatch in the roof. That would be the roof access. Not an actual door that with stairs that leads down, but a hatch and a ladder.
Do you want me to just roll out his search power, or do you want?
Yep, go ahead and roll up the search power.
You want me to roll it all the way down, or?
Do the first roll. Let's see what happens.
That was backwards. So
That was.
1 hit.
All right. And that's 4 hits. All right. So you send the spirit off, and it takes a close look at the ward, and like the beat, it drops and vanishes from quote unquote sight. And it will be back in, I believe, about an hour, and say that there is nobody in the area that has that astral signature.
I will thank it for its service. But that's in an hour, so.
Okay. What's next?
We've been going for about an hour, speaking of which.
We have, since it's been an hour, and I like to mash this up because it makes nice chapters on the YouTube. We'll go ahead and take a 1 hour break. Or we're not going to take our 1 hour break. It's not going to last an hour. We are not going to have anybody locked out of their office again, like last time. So let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break, do what you need to do. We'll be back at, let's make it 10 after.
Awesome.